So in this video, we're going to take a look at rate of change indicator. It's a pretty good indicator for general purposes, but a lot of people don't use it. And it's a nice simple one to use, especially if you're a beginner or even more advanced, to simplify certain things. And obviously simple is nice. So let's take a look at this indicator. I want to give you some insights on it, and we'll dive a little bit deeper into it. So I'll give you a couple of tips regarding this. So first off, what the hell is this kind of indicator? Well, what it does is it looks at price change from the past to now. And I think at the beginning, when you first use this indicator, I'm using TC2000. You could use TradingView or any other charting platform that you choose. The rate of change indicator at the beginning is actually kind of confusing. Like when you look at it, it's got me a 50. Sometimes they put a 20, sometimes they put a 10. I'm going to go ahead and edit it, and I will actually go to a histogram for now, and I will swap some of the colors so you guys can see. And what it's doing is going to show me the ups and downs here. Now, I will also switch to a 1 period for now for teaching purposes and show you what it does and what it looks like. So if we look at this chart and we're looking to play with it, I've got some candlesticks here at the top. So what the rate of change is telling me here is when I go in and look at, like, let's take a look at this bar right here, this one on the bottom. Why is this bar, if we look at that rate of change, that rate of change is, there, let's mark it. That rate of change in this case, it's not giving it to me. There it is, negative 809. So I can grab that. I know that's kind of small, but it's negative 0.809. And the way that it works is it's taking the price here of the close on this one and going to the change of this bar. So in fact, using the, I think the OHLC bars is a little easier. So what we're doing is we're taking this one all the way to this one and checking that distance. So if I click and drag, or you can do the calculation, it's going to give me that distance of 8.09. So what you'll see here is this value is 8.09, and the value that I dragged from here to here, which is this one, is negative 8.09. So what's telling me is basically the price change. Now, unfortunately, that rate of change at the beginning is not always the best type of indicator from the ground up. You need to kind of look at it and tweak it to your needs. So what I like to do with this indicator, and I'll give you a couple of tips for it, is make sure you plot it in the view that you like. So that's probably the first big thing, is plot the rate of change in a different view that works for you. There's a few different choices here. So if we go and look at it, I've got a histogram right now, and then you can also do a line, but the problem with the line is it kind of feels like it's trending this way or that way, for me at least. You could do the histogram, which I think is pretty nice. Sometimes I like the dots. The dots just tell you, hey, that point, that point, that point. But unfortunately, then there's some data lost, I think, with the dots. But it's nice if you have like a one clear item of, hey, how is it moving? Area also, it kind of is like a line thing, so I don't really use that. So for me, I think histogram is really nice, and that's a nice starting point. Now, how can you really use this? So one of the ways to use this is looking at it from understanding the trend. So the reason you may look at rate of change is you're looking how much is the bars, or are the bars changing? Now I'm looking at it from a 1 perspective, and you can see if I back this up, there's not a lot of trend. But what you'll find is over here you've had a lot of bigger bars, so that rate of change was bigger because we've got a 0 line here. So if the price is moving up, we get more ticks here. If the price is moving down, we get items here. So what's this is nice for is like, hey, if my rate of change or things are changing to the upside, you can kind of see the trend rather than worrying about the price. Hey, if I'm getting a lot of green bars, that means I could put bullish verticals on, or something like that, or something in the bullish direction. If I'm getting a lot of red bars, I could do bearish things. So that's kind of the way you could approach it. I'll show you another one here. Let's look at McDonald's here. This is the one I'm watching. Again, in the same way that now this rate of change on the weekly, so I've got a weekly chart, is starting to trend to the upside. So on a day-to-day basis, we're starting to trend to the upside, then you might want to do something bullish. Now, where this gets a little more interesting is if we start tweaking the area here. what we can do is go into this rate of change and tweak it rather than, depending on your trading time frame, rather than doing a period of one, what it's looking is the rate of change over across 3 periods, 4 periods, or 5 periods. I kind of like 5. Why? Because if I trade a weekly options, it's about 5 periods. So that's why I like 5. Sometimes I'll do 6. But here's what's fascinating about this now, is where you're starting to look at the rate of change, what it can do is it can show you that trend, right? So are we trending to the upside? So you can see there's the trend to the upside, there's the rate of change. It's kind of above it, okay? As we start getting some digestion, you can see we've got a little bit of smaller rate of change. Okay, so there again, smaller rate of change. Okay, as we start heading lower, okay, we're starting to get a negative rate of change. So this is one way of doing it, and you can see it's picking up speed. So for that tip, you can look at also when is the trend reversing. So this would be my tip number 3 for you, is when are the trends reversing? So all of a sudden, this rate of change, if we look at McDonald's, it's picking up speed, right? It's picking up speed to the downside, but now we're decreasing that rate of change, right? Because it's averaging that previous time frame. We're decreasing it, so it's reversing that trend. So now you could actually even go into the positive side. And that's what's nice about it, is that same thing here. If you look at this rate of change, look at this decreasing. Now you can also look at it in a longer time frame, like putting in support resistance levels like that. But that's one way to do it, is to start evaluating when are you starting to slow down. So it's showing you the slowdown in price movements, like it's picking things up, then it's decreasing. And you could, of course, do this with a line, but I find the histograms is nice because it shows the volume level in a way, not the volume trading level, but it's kind of like the volume of liquid is what I'm referring to. So it actually shows how much kind of call it substance is there. So that's why when I see this declining, it makes it a little bit easier to spot. And the whole point of the indicator is to make it easier for you to kind of look at and check things out and that kind of thing. Anyway, so that's the way I look at it. By the way, a lot of these things are covered in my technical analysis course. So check that course out if you want on the tradersfly.com website. Highly encourage you to check that out. It's a 6-hour course and much more things in there. Anyway, so when we look at this rate of change indicator, this is one way I like looking at it, is that it's starting to reverse here to this upside, and that's the same thing here on like McDonald's. Now this could apply to any other stock or index or anything you want to do, but you can start seeing how this picks up speed. Rate of change picks up speed. Look at that. And then all of a sudden we're, boom, the other side, we're getting a lot of negative bars. And then, you know, it just shows you the trend. It also shows you kind of this way right here, how it's decreasing on the downside. So it's slowing things down to maybe where now you're getting some sideways consolidation. Now, you have to combine it with probably another indicator if you're looking at it for an entry or exit signal. But one of the ways I like looking at it is, let's say we're looking at something like Amazon, and if you're throwing on a vertical or bullish spread, let's say you're doing a vertical, well, it's showing you, hey, we're starting to trend to the upside. I probably want to do something bullish. Or here, we're trending to the upside. I'll probably go with something bullish. Now, you might not hit it all the time, but look, a lot of these bars are green. If you put a bar on every week, right, this is a weekly chart, and if you did a weekly trade on a vertical, you would have lost maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the rate of change is kind of starting to slow down. You would have lost about 7 out of all of these. So that's not a lot of red bars. Looking at it maybe in 23 bars. So losing about 7 out of 23 trades, not too bad on that. So you're winning quite a bit because you're using kind of this method or concept. Anyway, it's just one way to look at it. It's, you know, it's not 100% foolproof. There's always issues and errors, and price can do whatever it wants. But the point being that I'm referring to here is that you can start seeing where things are starting to create a little trouble, a little slowdown. You can also see previous rate of change, like support and resistance. Like if we're trending a little high and high here, that means we might slow down soon afterwards because it's moving at a pretty fast speed. You know, and that's another way to kind of look at it. So hope those tips give you a few little insight. Truly appreciate you sticking with me. Don't forget to check out the Mastering Technical Analysis course. And of course, keep learning, keep studying. There's a lot to learn out there, and feel free to check out our website. There's a lot of great freebies, goodies, PDFs, downloads, courses, you name it. Website's been around for a while. So hope you join us, take a look at it, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.